My name's Ben, and I'm the founder of Disberse. Let me start by asking you a question. Can you raise your hand if you've ever donated to charity? Now, hang on, keep your hands up if you can tell me exactly where that money went, how it was spent, and the impact that it had. No hands at all. Now imagine if you're a large donor or charity distributing millions or even billions of funds each year to humanitarian causes like disaster relief, girls' education, or water and sanitation projects. I've worked in the sector for a number of years, and I can tell you there are a lot of challenges within that space. Each year the sector receives over $1 trillion in aid flow each year from multiple sources. And management of those funds is a critical issue because it determines the efficiency and the effectiveness and ultimately the impact that it has on people's lives. But there are some inefficiencies within the system. We all know about transparency within aid. There's issues around corruption, around fraud. But there's also issues around accountability. On one side you've got donors setting an agenda, and on the other side you've got communities that need specific services or need to receive benefits, but there's a mismatch between them. And if you can't track finance from one end of the chain to the other, how can we effectively measure that impact? So our solution is Disberse, a financial distribution and grant management platform for the humanitarian sector. We drive the transparency, efficiency, and effectiveness of aid delivery. At the heart of our system is the Disberse token. It represents both financial value and impact value, and represents a common currency for the humanitarian sector. So let me give you an example. You probably all remember Haiti. The earthquake happened about 5 years ago. Over 9 billion was donated within a really short space of time. Yet 5 years on, hundreds of thousands of people are still, hundreds of thousands of families are still living displaced. The reality is, the money got caught up within too many intermediaries. There was no transparency within the system, and it wasn't clear exactly how that money was spent and the impact that it had. Now imagine if they had used Disberse. We would have been able to completely remove the need for the number of intermediaries. Our technology is based on blockchain, which makes those transactions immutable, based on a public ledger, so organisations, donors, beneficiaries can see exactly where that money is going, how it's being spent, and the impact that it has. So this provides organisations, whether you're a donor, an aid agency, with end-to-end management, tracking your finance and your impact from one end of the chain to the other. It also enables organisations to make cross-border transfers, reducing those exchange fees. And also, as I said, reducing the potential for corruption and fraud. Eventually, we'll be able to reduce that compliance time, which is a huge admin task for organisations and where a lot of those admin cost or management funds go. And all the records will be kept transparently on the blockchain ledger. And this enables organisations to enhance their impact measurement. So our vision is bold. We want to see a shift, a dynamic shift in how aid is delivered. At the moment, there is very much a donor-centric model where large institutions set the agenda. What we want to see is where beneficiaries, individuals and communities can source their own development, source it back up the chain, and control and define their own futures. So within the last few weeks, we've had a number of conversations with organisations, and these organisations are really excited about the potential to pilot Disberse within their existing processes. And they represent over 18 million in managed funds. So our revenue model will charge a 1% transaction fee on payments that are made through the system, only on initial payments. And within year one, we aim to be processing 0.1% of that $1 trillion opportunity, which by the end of our 12 months represents 1 billion in transactions and 10 million in revenues for ourselves. So our team, Disberse was founded by myself and Catherine Llewellyn. Between us, we've managed a number of international NGOs and managed portfolios of 100 million in funds. We're also finalising a joint venture with a blockchain technology company called Zerado, and that brings us the technical expertise from Thomas and the regulatory expertise from Laura, enhancing our team. So we're here today, we're looking to raise a seed round, and we're really interested to have conversations with investors who understand the opportunity, but more importantly, share our vision for a different way of defining development and humanitarian aid. we're really excited about this opportunity and we'd love to have conversations with you afterwards. Thank you.